Right, come on, Melanie. Melanie, come on, come on. Okay, hello, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining us today and welcome to today's Shortcuts classroom training. My name is Chris and I'm one of the Shortcuts educators for the Southeast. Now, you're more than welcome to ask me some questions throughout the session through the little Q&A button, but we will probably cover most of these questions throughout the session. So if you just want to leave it to the end, that's not a problem either. Okay, so as you can see, this session will be recorded and posted onto YouTube under Shortcuts Software Classroom Training. Now, if you've not jumped onto my one of my webinars before, lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. We will also have plenty of other webinars moving forward as well. Just moving forward, please make sure your speakers are switched on and of course the sound is turned up. Now, your microphones, if you're using a headset, the microphone has automatically been muted. Now, this webinar should last roughly between 45 minutes to an hour, depending on sort of how many questions we get and exactly everything we go through. Okay, so Shortcuts classroom training, and today we are looking at the new starter training. So this is essentially for a new employee, a new stylist, something like that. So just when you do this with one of your stylists, please ensure the new employee has already been created, assigned a level such as the senior stylist, graduate stylist, and so forth, and has been allocated the correct security role. If you do need any help with this, please do let me know. And of course, their PIN to log in to use Shortcuts. So today's lessons will of course show you how to use Shortcuts on a day-to-day basis and have you successfully booking clients in no time. Okay, so in this session, we will be covering the overview of the appointment book and creating appointments and the day-to-day running of our software. We'll also be looking at client data and client cards and how this can be managed. We're also looking at our Shortcuts POS system. Now, our POS system is our point of sale system. Okay, we're also looking at adding new services and products to a sale line and taking a client's bill. And lastly, we will also look at employee performance and how they can track this on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you have jumped on one of my webinars before, you will of course know you can contact us at any time at education@shortcuts.co.uk. Or you can of course give one of our friendly help desk team a call on 0161 972 4900. Now, you will of course get my email address just for the next couple of days after this as well. Okay, so we are now ready to get started. The first thing we just need to do is open up Shortcuts. Now, you may have to log yourself in if you have the security enabled. If not, you'll be taken to this screen here. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of how the appointment book looks on a day-to-day basis. So, in the top left-hand corner, we have a calendar, and it will always have today's date on it. If we click onto that, we can open up a specific date at the top here by using the drop-down menu, and we can also look at a specific year. We also have calendar months in front of us here, so you will see June and July. We can click and drag to move up and down on the calendar. Now, you will always see today's date is highlighted in red, and we have a dark grey section just here and a light grey section just here. Now, they represent full calendar months, so it's nice and easy for us to determine between each month. In the top right-hand side, we have today's time, and we also have today's date. Down the bottom right-hand screen on your computer, you will also see you have today's time and today's date. And last but not least, ladies and gents, right at the bottom, we also have today's date just here, where it says Tuesday, the 25th of June. So again, we can see how easy and accurate it is to click onto the correct date. Now, down the bottom, we have some options available to us to flick through our calendar book. We can click on the day button, and this will take us forward one day. We can click the back button where it says day, and go backwards and forwards. Now, at any point, ladies and gents, if we want to go back to today, we can click the today button. Now, for those clients that like to come in every week or every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks or something like that, we have a week button just here. And you will see it will skip forward 1 week. Now, let's say a client says to us, I want to come in every 2 weeks, or I want to come in the next 4 weeks. We can also do that. This time, instead of left clicking with our mouse, we can right click. We can skip forward 2, 4, or 6 weeks. And we can, of course, use our calendar to do the same thing. Perfect. So that is navigating backwards and forwards between the days of our appointment book. So the first thing I'm going to do is start to make an appointment. Now you will see I have each of my stylist columns here. So I have Sarah, Matt, and James. Now let's say I wanted to make an appointment with Matt. If I click and hold with the left side of my mouse, or if you're using touch screen, all you need to do is move your finger up and down, or click and drag, and you will see the times on the left-hand side highlight in yellow. Now we can see at the moment our appointment book is going in 15-minute increments. This can be changed if necessary. So if I wish to make an appointment with, say, Matt at 4 p.m, I will click onto the 4 p.m. or click and drag. And this will open up my sort of phone book. This is where all of my clients will sit. Now, if you have existing clients in the book, these will appear on the left-hand side just here. And you can, of course, search for them in the top white bar at the top. So you can see we can search via last name, first name, phone number, club ID, if applicable, and email. So I'm going to search by last name for a client called Test. And you will see as soon as I start to type in that information, it will appear on the left-hand side. Now, if I wish to make a new client booking, all I need to do is click onto the new button just here where it says new with a big green cross. And I can fill out the information. When I'm happy and I've taken all the quick information, I simply hit the green tick where it says done. You will see it defaults to that client. Click the done button to confirm this client selection. We can then tag the appointment. We can leave the tag clear if need be. We have a new client as if this is a new client to the salon. A new request is if the client is new, but they have specifically requested one of your stylists. No-show is if they constantly no-show. A request client is if they always have that specific stylist, and a salon client is if they don't mind who they see when they come into the salon. Now, this is excellent for your reporting because each of these tags will be linked to a specific report, which we can show you in a separate webinar. So this is a new client, and you will see the letters NC on the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, it will open up all of my service categories. Now, as a handy tip, if you have already had this client in for a specific service, at the top, it will have their name, and on the right-hand side, it will have the services that they have previously had. This is to ensure we don't book them in for something incorrect. Now, you will see as I've clicked onto that, I have chosen a stylist who is not capable to perform this service. This will show me here who is available to perform this service. If not, I will go back and re-choose a separate appointment. We have some information down the bottom available to us. So we can see we have booked a full set of nails with our employee Matt. It will start at 4 p.m. and the price is £36. If I wish to change this, all I need to do is click onto it and change it. If I wish to delete it, all I need to do is click the recycle button just here and change it. Click done to confirm the appointment selection. And the appointment will appear here. You can see in the top left-hand side where it says new client, NC, this is for a new client, sorry. Now you may notice looking at this appointment, we have a light green section here, and we have a dark green section just here. Now we have some information available to us from this. So on the bottom right-hand side, if I click and drag, I can make this appointment longer and shorter. And again, for those of you using touchscreen, you can do exactly the same. Just place your finger in the bottom right-hand corner and just hold for a split second and drag down. Now, in the top left-hand corner on the light green section, we can move this appointment around. So we can see how quick and easy it is to make the appointment longer and shorter, and also move the appointment around on our appointment book. Okay, now some of you may have already noticed that we are only looking at a small portion of the day. So at the moment we are looking at just before, well, about 1:30 and between 6 p.m. We are not looking at our full day. In the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the menu button. We can click onto the menu button and we can change our view mode. Okay, so as you can see, it sort of zooms in and zooms out of our appointment book, and that is menu and the view mode. Okay, so Bugs Bunny has made his appointment for today with Matt at 4 p.m. But let's say he rings up and he says, I cannot make today, I need to reschedule this appointment. Well, we could of course delete it and rebook it, but that might take us a little bit longer than what we need to do. So all we need to do is right click on the appointment, and again for our touchscreen users, all we need to do is hold our finger down on the appointment until a white square appears, and that is a right click command. So I'm going to click onto select, and you will see in the bottom left hand corner this file has now been highlighted. I've essentially copied this appointment into this folder. I'm going to move to the day I wish to reschedule it for. Open up the folder, click the grey dotted squares to highlight this appointment, and simply click and drag onto my appointment book and drop at any specific time. Move the selected appointments to 12 on the 26th of June with Matt. Click yes to confirm this. So you can now see the appointment has been rescheduled. For the purposes of our training, ladies and gents, I will reschedule it back to today. So again, I'm going to right click the appointment with my mouse, go down to select, move to the day I wish to reschedule it for, i.e. today, open up the folder, click the grey dotted square, and then click and drag with the left side of my mouse onto the appointment book. Okay, so we've made an appointment, we've made the appointment longer and shorter, we've got comfortable moving it around, we have now rescheduled it to a different day and rescheduled it back. Now what we can do is we can add like a temporary note onto the appointment, basically like a post-it note. Now this can be to let our stylist know that Bugs Bunny is running late, or any additional information we require for this appointment that isn't permanent. So for this, we are going to right click the appointment, and we're going to go down to notes. Click done to confirm this. And you will now see in the right hand side we have a yellow post-it note. To read what the note says, we can simply right click and go to notes. There is a slightly quicker way for those of you that will probably have what we call touch tip technology enabled. All you need to do is simply click the appointment or tap it with your finger, and this will happen. You will see it will open up some basic information about the appointment. So you can see the client's name, the contact number, the club if applicable, the tag, i.e. new client, the status is normal. You can see the time it's set to start and finish, the estimated cost, and of course our note down the bottom to say it is running late. To get rid of this, all we need to do is click the black area just here, and it will remove. Okay, so just to reiterate on this appointment, the tag on the left-hand side for NC means new client, and we have our little post-it note in the top right-hand corner. Now we've added a temporary note onto our appointment. We can also add a note onto our stylist name. To do this, we simply go to our stylist at the top, right-click, and we can click onto message. You can see we can say, please lock up tonight. And you will now see we have a pen and paper available at the top. Now, if you click onto this, the message will appear. So we have added a temporary note to our appointment, and we have also added a temporary note to our stylist. Now, please note that this is also date specific. So if we move to tomorrow, you will see that that note is no longer there. So if we wish to, we can add a more permanent note to our client to let our stylist know that they may have extra hair or some information that we need to be made aware of each time we make an appointment for that client. This is also where we will handle client information. So this time we are going to double click the appointment with our mouse, and you will see again it will open up the information about the appointment. And down the bottom just here where it says card, we are going to click onto the card. This is where all of the client's personal information will be held, and you can change this at any point. We also have a message box where we can write a message if need to. We have a refreshment box just here where we can write out their favorite drink or snack. We can tick this box to accept medical data storage. And when we are complete, all we need to do is click this button here where it says card complete. And at any point, all we need to do is simply hit the save button. Now, as we did a couple of minutes ago, we added a temporary note onto this client and to the appointment, and we also added a temporary note onto our stylist. Now what we're going to do is add a more permanent note onto this client. So you will see at the bottom just here where it says alert. We click onto that, and we can write in the big white message history box, has lots of hair. So this is now putting an alert on our client to let every time we make the appointment that this client has lots of hair. Click done to confirm this, and click done to navigate back to the appointment book. So you will now see in the top right hand corner we have an orange and white exclamation mark. If we click onto it, again will show us the client message has lots of hair. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's all well and good, but we have already made this appointment, so how can we be made aware of this note or this alert before we actually finish making the appointment? So again, if we start to make an appointment by clicking onto one of the empty cells, choose Bugs Bunny, you will see in the right hand corner here it says has lots of hair. This lets us know before we finish making the appointment that this client has lots of hair, or an alert we need to be made aware of. It will also show any future appointments and any past appointments. Click cancel to not continue making this appointment. Okay, so we've added a temporary note to our appointment, we've added a temporary note to our stylist, and we have added a more permanent note to our client. So now what we can do is start to have a look at the history of our client. Now this can be any retail products they've bought, any services they've had previously, or perhaps we need to capture any color information. And again, it's exactly the same way. We're going to double click the appointment, and this time we're going to click onto the history button just here. And this will show any appointments that have been made for this client and of course any retail purchased. Now, if we need to add any color notes or any visit notes, right down the bottom, you will see a big green cross where it says new. And we can type in our visit notes just here. Okay, and you can see I've had 713 and 20 volt. So I've added in some color notes, and this will be saved every time under the date and the time. Now, let's say you've been doing this for about 6 to 7 months, or of course can be longer. You may have a client that comes in and says, I love the color you did 6 months ago. And you, of course, you may not remember exactly the color you did. Rather than sifting through all of the color notes, what we can do is down the bottom, we can click the date range button and we can choose a date range. So I'm going to go from the 1st of January to today. And it will bring up any visit history notes available within that date range. So of course, then you can grab that, those color notes, and of course use it on that client. Okay. So now what we can do is start to arrive Bugs Bunny. Now you may notice as the time has gone on, the screen at the top has got black and the screen down the bottom is like a darker blue. And you will see it as almost cut Bugs Bunny in half. This is sort of an invisible line to let us know where we are up to in the day. So we can see Bugs Bunny is due for his appointment. So Bugs Bunny walks through the door, and what we can do is arrive him. We simply right click the appointment and we go to arrived right at the top. And you'll see the appointment has now turned blue. This letting everyone know in the salon that this client has arrived. Now the reason we do this is, of course, we have said Bugs Bunny is a new client, so you may not know exactly what he looks like. Of course, Bugs Bunny is fairly well known, so we should know what he looks like, but of course we may not. So that's why we let everyone know that this client has arrived in the system. Okay, so Bugs Bunny has had a fantastic service, and we are now ready to check him out and take some money off of him. So all we need to do is right click the appointment again with our mouse, or again, to reiterate, if you're using touchscreen, simply hold your finger down until a white square appears, and then we can let go, and that replicates a right click command. Click onto the checkout button just at the top here, and this will take us to our point of sale screen. Now think of point of sale as a bit like your till, anywhere where we sort of sell products, services, that kind of thing, anything to do where money exchanges hands. So at the top in the left hand corner, you will see that also familiar red siren, which is our alert. So we can click onto that and it will show us the alert has lots of hair. Now you will have to click onto this to make it visible. Okay, now dependent on your security roles, we will have full control to adjust the pricing or add any discounts. So now what we can do is, let's say this full set of nails actually cost us £40, actually is going to be charged at £40, sorry. So all we need to do under the price is simply click onto it and type in £40. And you will see we can adjust the price as quickly as that. And we can do this as many times as necessary. Okay, now let's say we wish to change the service to something else. All we need to do is click here where it says full set of nails, choose the service button, and choose a different service. Now, if we have any services that require a patch test, you will probably have them already linked to a contraindication. So it will ask you on this screen here. So it says, has your client had a skin test? Fill out the relevant information. And you can see we have now changed the service. We can change it back if necessary. Okay, for those of you that have configured discounts in the background, we can of course add a discount. So on the right hand side, we have a discount column here, and we also have a discount button just down here. Now they are ever so slightly different. The discount button here will take discount off of the entire bill if there is more than one service there. If not, if you just click onto the relevant discount column, it will only take it off that specific service. And that's how we take a discount off. If we wish to clear the discount, all we need to do is click back onto the discount column and click the eraser where it says clear. Click done to confirm that selection, and it will take it straight back. Okay, now we may wish to add a product onto this client's bill. Now, for those of you that are using barcode scanners and have your stock set up, you can of course scan the product at this stage. If not, for whatever reason, let's say the barcode isn't working, or of course if you're not using a barcode scanner, all we need to do is click onto the one of the grey empty sale lines just here. Now the sale lines are simply the grey squares underneath. All you need to do is to click onto any one of them, choose the relevant employee, and this time we're going to click onto product. You can add as many products as necessary. So on the left hand side, we have the company, which is Paul Mitchell. We have the line, which is our PUI, and of course on the right hand side, we have the specific products. Once you have made a selection, it will turn red, and down the bottom, it will show you how many products have been selected. When you are happy, simply click the done button, and this will add it to your client's bill. If at any stage you do not wish to add this product onto the bill, or you simply want to remove it, or a client says they do not wish to purchase it, all we need to do is under the relevant product, click the quantity section just here and change it to 0 to remove from the point of sale. If a client wishes to add more than one product or the same product, change it to two, all they need to do is click on the quantity and change it to 2 or 3 or 4 or however many. And you can see it is as easy as that. Okay, so we have now successfully added a discount, and we have also added in some extra products. So now what we can do is take the bill. So we can see the bill is a total of £82.95. Now on the left hand side, we have all of our payment options available to us. This is our cash button. This is our credit and debit card button, not to be confused with this button on the far right where it says card. That is the client's card. This is the account button, so if they have money on their account, which we will cover in just a few minutes. And we also have the custom payment button, which is where things like gift cards will be. If a client wishes to split the bill between cash and card, that is not a problem whatsoever. So what I would recommend doing is taking the card payment first. So we can see the bill is £82.95. So I'm going to click on the credit or debit card button. And I'm going to type in how much money they wish to pay. Click done to confirm this selection, and it will tell you there is £32.95 left to pay. Click done, and at the bottom it says outstanding £32.95. So they're going to pay the rest in cash. So for this, I simply click on the cash button. Now at this time, they probably won't hand you £32.95 exactly. They will probably hand you something like 33, 35 or 40. What we type in here is exactly how much money they give us, so the system can calculate the relevant change. At this point, it will ask us if we wish to rebook the client. If we do, all we need to do is click onto the rebook button, and it will take us back to our appointment book, and we can rebook the appointment. All importantly, when we have finished, we need to click the End Sale button in order for the till to open to get our change out, which we can see here is £7.05. If you have configured it that your receipt will automatically print out, this will happen now. Now, just to let you know, I'm using a test system, so we may get a little error just to say that the printer couldn't be found. So to finish this, we click the End Sale button. And you will now see this bill has been finalized, and in the top right hand corner it will show all of our transactions for today. So there we can see Bugs Bunny's transaction. Okay, ladies and gents, so that is running through a payment. So now what I'm going to do is add money onto someone's account. Now this can be that they wish to just put money on their account to use at a later date, or they may wish to pay a deposit for something. It's both used in exactly the same way. So all we need to do on the right hand side of our navigation bar again is to go to our point of sale screen, which again is a bit like our cash register. Now, whenever we are adding money onto someone's account, we need to ensure we link it to a specific client. To do this, in the top left-hand corner, all we need to do is click onto the client screen just here. And it will open up all of your clients for you. We can, of course, search like before, but this time I'm going to add it onto my test client just here. Click Done to confirm this. If this box appears, this is just simply letting us know we have some missing information. If we don't have this information available to us, all we need to do is click the Ask Later button. So adding money onto someone's account. Again, we have added it to our correct client. And again, same as before, we simply click any one of the grey sale lines here. Choose Z Business. And we're going to click the yellow briefcase where it says account, because we're putting money on someone's account. Simply specify how much money they wish to pay onto their account or as a deposit. And check the bill out like normal. And all importantly, click End Sale. So we have now put £50 onto Test's account. So how do we know this? Of course, it will say it on the receipt, but how do we know this? So again, if we go back to clients and if we search for Test, you will see we have a green book on the right hand side. And here on the right hand side here, it says £50 owed to the client. So that way we know there is £50 on this client's account. So how do we redeem the money off of somebody's account? So this time I'm going to make an appointment for Test. So you can see how quick and easy it is to make an appointment. I'm going to arrive the appointment. And I'm going to check the appointment out. And you will see now at the point of sale screen, when we are ready to take this client's bill, in the top right hand corner, it says they have £50 on their account. Now, of course, they don't have to spend all of their money on their account if they don't wish to. They can spend as much or as little as they wish. So we can see the bill here is £36. And we know they have £50 on their account. So they wish to take full 36 off of their account. So you will see under our payment buttons on the left hand side, we have the yellow briefcase. We simply click onto that and it will show us how much money we can take off. This is because the bill is only £36. Of course, if they only wanted to take £20 off of their account and spend £16 on cash, you would just simply type in 20. It will again ask you if you wish to rebook. And then all importantly, we just need to click the End Sale button. So we have now redeemed £36 off of this client's account, and that will stay on there for as long as needs be. Okay, so in exactly the same way, ladies and gents, I am now going to add money onto a gift card. So I'm going to sell someone a gift card. Now, the thing is, the difference between a gift card and the account is when you sell a gift card or a gift certificate to someone, you don't have to put it under any client's specific name. But of course, we could be selling this to someone's dad, someone's brother, something like that. So again, we are going to navigate back to our point of sale screen. And at the top, we can choose walk in if need be. It will automatically default to this anyway. I'm going to click on one of the grey sale lines, just like before. Choose Z Business. Now, we have two options. We refer to gift cards as gift cards or gift certificates. Gift cards are if you have purchased them directly from Shortcuts and they have like a barcode on the back. Gift certificates are if you create your own. Okay. So if you are using Shortcuts gift cards, you would click onto the gift card button. If not, I will show you how to sell a gift certificate if you are creating them yourselves. For this, we click onto the Sundry button. And all we need to do is click onto the gift certificate button on the left-hand side. Click the Done button and change the price of how much money we wish to add to a gift certificate. And of course, like all other transactions, check it out the same way. So I'm going to say this person has bought a gift certificate for £15 and they're going to pay for it using a credit and debit card. And all importantly, we need to click the End Sale button. It will then come up with a gift certificate number. Now this is where you would have to work out and determine how you're going to track your gift certificates. Some people use a spreadsheet, some people use another way of doing this. The difference between a gift certificate and a gift card purchased through Shortcuts is a gift card through Shortcuts will have a barcode on the back that you could simply scan or type in at this stage. So I'm going to call this gift certificate 100. We have now sold a gift certificate. Okay, so how do we now redeem a gift certificate when someone has an appointment they wish to use a gift certificate? Now, of course, with Christmas looming not too far around the corner, I know we don't wish to think about it, but of course we will be selling a lot of these and it's good practice to know how to do it. So again, I'm going to make an appointment. So you will now see Bugs Bunny at the top. It will show all of his previous services. Okay, so I'm now going to use my £15 gift certificate I just sold. So you will see again on the left-hand side, we have all of the payment options available to us. Now, the gift certificate payment option is under this one just here in the middle. This is what we call our custom payment button. We choose gift certificate. Of course, if you were using gift cards that you purchased through Shortcuts, you would simply click the gift card button just here. And it will show you all of your gift certificates that have been sold. Now you can see here is the 100 one that I just created just a few minutes ago. Click the Done button and you will see it will instantly redeem this gift certificate off this client's bill. And now let's just know we have an outstanding amount of £21 and we can check this out like a normal bill. And all importantly, click End Sale. Okay, so that's putting money on someone's account and redeeming it, and of course selling a gift certificate and then of course redeeming it. Okay, so just a couple more things we just need to run through, ladies and gents, in the point of sale screen. Depending on your levels of security for your staff, you may or may not want them to have access to petty cash, but I will show you how to do it anyway. Now, the reason we use a function called petty cash is it will let the system know that money has been taken out of the till. Okay, this is very handy for your account and of course for the owner, the manager, the director to see how much money we are spending and the reasons we're spending money on. Okay, so let's say someone comes to you and says, I need to take £10, £15 out of the till to go and get some milk, tea, coffee, that kind of thing. Again, we are working in our point of sale screen. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner, we are going to click onto the No Sale button because obviously no sale is taking place. Now, we could, of course, open a cash register, but then it wouldn't track how much money is being taken out of the till. So you will see our second option is Take Petty Cash. Now, please be aware when you do click this Take Petty Cash button, the till will open. So just be aware of this. So I'm going to take petty cash. And then I'm going to say how much money I wish to take out. Now I'm going to take £20 out of my till. The system now recognises I have taken £20 out of the till. So off I go to the shop and I spend some money and I keep the receipts. Now, even if I spend my full £20, I still need to let the system know that I've spent all of my money and I am not returning anything. So for this, again, we go to our point of sale screen. We click the no sale button and you will now see we have a return petty cash. So we're going to return our petty cash. It will show you which employee took the money, the date, and the amount that was taken. Click done to confirm this. And on the left-hand side, you will see we have a list of reasons. Now, this list of reasons is configured in the background within your configuration settings, which of course can be changed, edited, or added to. So the reason we choose this, again, is for your reporting in your accounts. You can see how much money is being spent on client refreshments, flowers, and so forth. So I'm going to say I spent £2 on client refreshments, £5 on postage, and that was all the money I spent. I spent a total of £7. Now, please be aware this is the money you spent, not the change you have, because it will work out the change for you. We are letting the system know how much money we have spent. Click the done button to confirm this. And all importantly, we click the end sale button. Now you will see down the bottom, it says return cash £13. So we click end sale and it will say you must return £13 to the till and deposit any expense receipts. Please note, the recorded expense cannot be deleted later. So please don't make any mistakes at this point, ladies and gents. Make sure you're returning the correct amount. Of course, we can modify it if need be. Super easy. You've got full control over it. Make it nice and easy for yourselves there. When you're happy, all we need to do is simply click the done button. The till will open and you will pop the money back in the till. So it's nice and easy, again, to keep track of where our money has been spent and exactly what we're spending it on. Now, that is one of the biggest issues people have when coming to cashing up, that they've taken money out of the till, but they haven't recorded the reason why, or they have taken petty cash, or they haven't returned it. So just make sure when you do take money out of the till that you do return it by clicking the no sale button. You will see the return petty cash section has gone. Okay, ladies and gents, so just a couple more minutes there. And I'm just going to show you a couple more things, basically how to add in a task, maybe a lunch, how to delete an appointment if need be, and that sort of thing. So again, we're just going to go back to the appointment screen on the right-hand side, and I'm going to make yet another appointment. This time I'm going to make it in James's column, as I think Matt's done enough services for today. Okay, I'm going to tag it as a request, and I'm going to book in a ladies cut and finish. Now, if I wish to delete an appointment, all I need to do is right-click the appointment, and right down the bottom, just go to delete. Now we have 4 specified reasons available to us. We have no reason, we have client cancellation, no-show, and contraindication. Now, a no reason is basically, unfortunately, if we made a mistake and we had to cancel the appointment for that reason. Client cancellation means the client cancelled. No-show is if they didn't arrive for the appointment. And a contraindication is if they didn't have a patch test. Now, client cancellation, no-show, and contraindication are all tracked against the client's profile. So let's say the client cancelled. You will see the appointment disappears. Now, if I search for the client on the right-hand side, you will see on the right-hand side, it says here, 1 cancellation. So again, we can keep track of our clients' sort of status, whether they're arriving for their clients a lot, cancelling, or no showing. So you will see at the moment, looking at our appointment book, we have some different colours. Now, over a few days, you will get very confident with what all of the colours mean. But if we ever forget what any of these colours mean on our appointment book, again, if we go to our menu section on the right-hand side, click on the colour legend, we can see all of the specific colours of our appointments. Perfect. So lastly, I can show you how to track your employees' performance. Now, depending on the level of setup, most employees will only be able to track their own performance when they're logged in. So all they need to do on the right-hand side is simply click Performance. And once they've logged themselves in and chosen their name, most of the time it will default to their own name. It will show all of their breakdown. So we can see their services breakdown for the current month. Now, this is only available for the current month. So you can't go back another month or anything like that, or you can't look to the future to see how much money you're set to take. We do, of course, have reports for that, but this is just purely for the employee to see their own performance. On the right-hand side, we can toggle between excluding VAT and including VAT, depending on how they wish to look at it. To do this, we just simply click onto it. And you can see the total breakdown for today, the week, and the month. And the business underneath will show what the business has taken. Okay, so that is it, ladies and gents. That is how we pretty much navigate our way around, how we take a bill, how we check clients out. I did have a question sort of put through halfway through, so whilst I just answer that, please do drop any messages across or anything like that, just while I answer this. So Marcus just said, how do we add a product to the list? So I think that was just a few minutes ago when we were at the point of sale screen. I will go back to that. So do you mean if you just add a product to someone's bill? Okay, so I will just show you that again, Mark, just in case if you are still with us, and just in case anyone else finds it informative as well. If you do wish to add a product to someone's bill, all you would need to do, so let's say we're looking at Bugs Bunny. If you wish to add a product to their bill, underneath in any one of the grey sale lines, just simply click onto it. Or if you are using a barcode scanner, you can scan it right now and it will appear in the point of sale screen. If not, if you're not using a barcode scanner, you can manually search for a product by clicking on the grey sale line just here, choosing the relevant stylist that sold the product, and choosing the product button just here. And you can add in as many products as necessary. And you will see down the bottom, it will show you how many products have been selected. Click Done to confirm these selections. And you will see they appear at the point of sale and on the bill just here. To remove these, just simply click the quantity and change it back to 0. There we go. Hope that sort of answered your question there, Mark. I think that's about the sort of time the message came through. So there we have it, ladies and gents. Thank you ever so much. If there are any questions, please feel free to drop them across now. So yes, absolutely. We will be having future webinars. I believe there is one this Thursday afternoon. All you need to do it exactly the same way as what you did today. Just simply go onto our website, go onto online classes at the top, and it will show you a list of future webinars. Now, we will have a lot to show you exactly what our fantastic piece of software can do. So please jump on. I know I've had some familiar faces before jump on, and we've gone through quite a lot. So please don't be shy. If you have any questions, please put them across. If not, you will get my email address for the next couple of weeks. If you do have any last minute questions, please do drop them across. So I think we stayed just about there within our 45 minutes. I do try to keep them between 45 minutes and an hour. So that's why they're about 45 minutes to an hour long as well there, just so if you do have clients you need to be with, that's why we do that. But yeah, there we go. So I think that's pretty much it for all of the questions for the time being. If you do have a last minute one, please do drop that across. If not, thank you ever so much for joining me this afternoon. It's been a pleasure having everyone here. Like I said, I look forward to welcoming you to our future webinars. If that's it from everyone, that's it from myself. I will leave you to the rest of your days. Thank you ever so much for joining me and hope to speak to you again soon. Thank you ever so much. Bye-bye.